With the countdown to the federal election underway, our reporters on ground bring you the voices shaping the final days of the campaign. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Elia Batul. With a week to go to the federal election, Mark Carney has pitched a $4 billion healthcare plan and is urging Canadian doctors abroad to return. Pierre Poilievre is promising 2.3 million homes. He will be releasing his costed platform tomorrow. Jagmeet Singh vows to expand pharmacare and protect public health care. Federal officials are warning of a Chinese-linked social media operation targeting conservative candidate Zhou Tai. All leaders have paid tribute to Pope Francis, who passed away today. Muslim Canadians are calling for real action, not just words, on Islamophobia, foreign policy, and hate crimes. Canada has recorded the highest number of targeted Muslim killings in the G7, yet the issue remains sidelined. Muslim advocacy groups are urging leaders to adopt a national strategy against Islamophobia and take a principled stance on Gaza. They also warn of growing intolerance towards pro-Palestinian voices and calls for accountability and media responsibility. As Election Day nears, there is growing news of alleged local interference. Recently, Elections Canada has removed a polling station worker in Vaughan, Ontario, amid allegations she encouraged voters in English and Urdu to vote Conservative. Elections Canada has launched a formal investigation. A similar case involving alleged Liberal support is also under review in Milton East, Halton Hills South. Both incidents have been referred to the Commissioner of Canada Elections. The decision to cancel the post-debate media scrum by the Leaders Debate Commission Thursday night has received severe criticism. The move followed heated clashes between journalists and Rebel News, a right-wing outlet that was granted access despite being a registered third party. Rebel News dominated Wednesday's Q&A and drew criticism for alleged disinformation. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh refused to engage with Rebel News. The Green Party questioned why they were excluded while outlets like Rebel News were given press credentials. Later, the commission admitted it did not know Rebel News had registered as a third party when approving access. Now we bring you the latest coverage of the changes Canadians want as they head to the polls.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Ahmed Ramadan for Muslim Network TV, and this is GTA Muslims Today. I'm standing here with Ustad Asim Malik, and we wanted to ask you a few questions about the upcoming election. You know, obviously you're very involved in the community, you speak to a lot of people. What are the concerns? What are the issues that people in the community are sharing with you?
Yeah, thanks for having us and thanks for that question. I think a lot of people are really concerned. Obviously, we know the hot topic about the situation going on in Palestine, the genocide there, and how can Canada play a role by inflicting an arms embargo and stopping to fund and whatever we can do to keep Canada to the nation that it used to be, which was a peacekeeping nation always. I'm born and raised here in Canada, so I know the history of Canada and how it played in world politics. But in addition to that, we also have really crisis of our families. We want to make sure that our children are raised with right values and that those values represent taking care of the elders, taking care of each other, family values that are streaming to kind of go away with the technology, maybe with social media, with whatever's going on. And then lately, obviously, there's a sense of sort of, anxiety with the tariff situation and not being able to travel to the United States or other places where there's family. So there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of concerns happening with the family values, individual values, and more importantly, at a national value. And how do we make sure we choose the right candidates to help represent us?
Yeah, there are a lot of issues nationally, internationally, which makes this quite an important election. What is your message to our viewers, to the Muslim community? What are our duties as Muslim people living in Canada?
For sure, that's a really great question. So I think first and foremost, we have to educate ourselves, right? Our deen is always about educating. We don't speak unless we know what we're talking about. So similarly, we shouldn't vote if we don't know what we're voting about. And I'm not saying don't vote. Please do vote, but vote with knowledge, right? So all these resources are out there. The wonderful work you guys are doing at Muslim Network TV to get all the candidates and speaking about what there are. There's resources from NCCM, Canadian Muslim Vote, Justice for All Canada. So much valuable and accurate information out there to help guide Muslims on how we can vote. Let's read about it. It shouldn't just be, oh, I'm going to vote for X party because so-and-so, because that's what I did in the past. No, we need to know what each candidate is representing. And within each party, we're seeing that different candidates are saying different things for different topics. Yes, they have an overarching umbrella agenda, but they're saying different things maybe on certain topics, and how do they align with us? So what does my riding look like? I need to be really out there. And I would also, the second thing, and encourage the youth, get out and be involved, volunteer, canvas, be involved in the system, so one day you will be the one that will be voting for, inshallah.
So one thing that Dr. Nadvi actually talked about was not just the election right now, but beyond the election, and also our duties being involved with that. I wanted to see if you wanted to add anything.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Obviously, right now, candidates want to come to us and other communities because they need us. They want our vote. But after they're elected, we need to keep them honest. Remember, they actually work for us. We don't work for them, right? So we elected them. We need to keep them honest on what their value, what they stood and been elected for. And even if it wasn't the candidate that we chose for, they still have to represent us. So we need to go and talk with them. We need to interact with them. For the most part, their offices are open. They're willing to listen. But the more and more people contact them and are involved with them, then we need to make sure post-elections we're keeping up to date that. And the second thing, as I said before, let's get involved so that we can be involved in those politics, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Ustad, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa
Thank you
alaikum
so much
assalam.
for
Thank you
taking
so
the
much.
time.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Ahmed Ramadan for GTA Muslims Today. Please leave a comment in the message section below letting us know what other topics, what issues you want us to cover this election cycle, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV.